the month of March, we are having a special on the Caparis and Riley alumni to be on the spotlight. At this time, we have Sir Phil, who is going to introduce himself to us. Sir Phil, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, Sir Alwyn. Thank you so much for having me here. Good day to all the viewers of the Musings of the Knights of Rizal. So, I am Phil. I'm currently based here in Cebu City. So, I am an alumna of the National Rizal Youth Leadership Institute. So, I attended in Riley way back in 2003, representing our school organization in Bohol. So I graduated from Bohol Island State University, formerly Central Visayas State College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Technology. So a school paper staff, I was able to join the NRYLI for me to be able to develop my leadership skills. And because of that, I was appointed as the provincial coordinator of the Kabataang Pangarap ni Rizal for the Bohol chapter. Since there wasn't any, communicating with fellow youth before was actually very difficult. So we were not able to locally organize our own chapter for Caparis way back. Although I had some constant communication with our regional coordinator who happened to be from Bohol also in the name of Miss Karen Ruth Canaliha of the Holy Name University. So currently I am teaching in senior high school, and I'm a school administrator as well. Um, the ideals of Jose Rizal really, or the learnings that I got from the National Rizal Youth Leadership Institute really helped me so much in to becoming what I am today.
Now,
So
of course, again, we are with Sir Phil Sarape, who is an alumni of the NRYLI in 2003. How did you end up joining the NRYLI?
Yes, sir. As I have mentioned earlier, I actually represented our school. I was a second year college student back then. Because of my active participation to our school organization or our school paper, I was a contributor to our school paper back then. So every year, our school would send at least 5 participants to the National Rizal Youth Leadership Institute. And these participants are usually coming from our active organizations, usually the Supreme Student Government and our school our school paper. So since I was in second year college back then, I had actually uh, in the best position to represent the school because according to the administrators back then, they would prefer to send students who are in the freshman or college as early years because we would have more time to serve our university or our college. So yes, that was basically the reason that I was able to join the National Rizal Youth Leadership Institute, and I'm forever thankful to my university for that opportunity that we have given me. It was all expense paid actually, so from Bohol to Baguio.
Now, how many were you in your group from Bohol Institute, or maybe even in the province of Bohol, who attended during
Um,
the 2003 NRYLI?
as far as I could remember, there were only 2 schools in Bohol that sent representative during that time. There were 5 of us coming from Bohol Island State University or previously Central Visayas State College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Technology. And then the rest of the participants were coming from Holy Name University in Bohol. So all of us who were attending that conference were basically from our school paper, and we were all students. We didn't have a chaperone. A teacher chaperone were with us, so because we were so reliant on the budget that is available,
Yes.
so with the available budget that we had that time, we could not afford, or the school could not afford to send a chaperone, a teacher is going to be with us. So basically, we just got information from the previous attendees of NRYLI, and so we went all the way to Baguio on our own. There were only 5 of us.
Now, before you were actually selected to be part of the five, did you? What were your impressions, or what were you hearing about NRYLI?
Yes. I've actually been hearing a lot of good feedback about NRYLI. That's why we always feel excited when we hear that we are part of of those students who qualify to be sent to NRYLI. First of all, it really hones our leadership skills, not only in the local level, but in the national level, because we've been hearing that part of the NRYLI workshops is we participate in a congress-like session wherein we get to pitch our ideas on possible laws, possible ordinances that we can pass. Although this is something, as the part of the student government, this is something that we have been doing in the local level or in the university level, but it's something that we have not done yet in the national level, like trying to see what are the different concerns of the youth and how we would be able to pass a law or propose for possible laws and ordinances that could possibly address these concerns that are besetting our youth.
Now, what was your when you got to Baguio? Uh, what was your impression when you first set foot at teachers camp and saw the delegation, the size? Maybe the first time you attended a big group gathering.
Mhm.
How did you feel? How did that make you feel?
So at first, it was actually a very overwhelming experience. Before we got to Baguio, we had to travel on our own. From Bohol. So when we arrived there, I think we arrived there a day earlier. So basically, we needed to be charged for an early check-in. However, the participants or the facilitators of NRYLI were very accommodating and they were very friendly, and then they were always ready to help us out to find solutions. So that was a very good impression. I felt like, okay, this is how it feels like to be in a national conference or in a national leadership institute. So you are not only trained how to become a good youth leader, but it is really shown to you what leadership looks like by the staff of NRYLI. Like whenever problems are encountered, they're always there to help you out, to find solutions.
Now, was there any particular, outside your group, was there any particular delegate that impressed you and why?
Yes. Outside my group, I was able to meet because um, I became also a member of the leader, which is the official the official publication of the National Rizal Youth Leadership Institute. I think that was the first time that we initiated that kind of project during in Riley. So I became a staff of the leader, basically because from our commission, I think I was one of those representatives who represented our school because of our school paper. So I was immediately assigned to be part of the leader. And I met a lot of participants there who are coming from different universities from around the Philippines, and they're all very inspiring. In fact, we're still connected right now. So I met there um, Rolly Kaidik. Okay, so he's actually a public school teacher right now. He's a school head in Laguna, and he is an award-winning public servant in the Philippines. So it's very inspiring. I met there Joanne Maglasang, who also represented Cebu Normal University. She actually topped in the board examination for teachers. I forgot what year was that. It was very inspiring, and she won one of the contests that were initiated during the in Riley. And then some other people I still have the time, or I still have the opportunity to touch base with. We have Eli Valendez, who came from Palawan State University. We're still in touch right now, and he's managing a big organization right now. So they're really very inspiring. So I'm so happy to see how these people are really doing so much for the community, and it inspires me also to do better.
Now, when you were kids, before they became uh, adults, uh, what did you see in them that you thought, oh, this person or these people will be successful?
Well, most of the participants of the NRYLI actually exhibit that characteristic that would really tell you that these people would really become successful in the near future. First off, everyone is uh, very passionate to share their input. Everyone is there not just to observe, but to give their ideas, to give their insights about the different issues that we tackle. In that publication in particular, the leader, as I have mentioned, I was working with different representatives from different universities all over. We were actually working under pressure 24 hours a day. We had to release an issue every day of the publication. So imagine we had to go outside aside from attending aside from attending the seminar, aside from the from attending the different parallel sessions that went on during the congress. We had to interview people. We had to cover what's going on, and then in the evening we had to do the layout. We had to finalize our write up. Sometimes we won't even sleep, so we were still in the quarter like early morning. Our layout artist would still finalize everything, and then we have to hurry up so that we would be able to release it the following day, early the following day. So I did not see these people complaining or being stressed about. Well, everyone was enjoying or having fun working together. So that was a very good characteristic that was being exhibited by these participants. That I said like, these people are really going to succeed later on. At this early, like they are working under pressure like nothing.
Now, being around all those talented people, eh, within the leader or within the bigger scope of the institute, was there any friendly competition? And if there was any friendly competition, what did you think that you had in you that you thought was able to be exhibited, that you wanted to exhibit it during that time?
Mhm. There were actually some competitions that happened during the conference, but I did not take it as a friendly competition or a competition at all because everyone was very inspiring. For example, in our certain commission, every time we send out someone to represent us for a contest, we do not look at these people. We do not just vote, but we knew the individual capacities and capabilities of the member, and every time we need to send someone for that competition, we always say that, oh, this person is the best one to be sent out for that. So instead of looking at ourselves on what best we can offer, we look at each other and see the potentials of everyone and see how that potential can contribute to the greater cause of of the of in Riley rather than the competitions that were happening during that time.
Now, how about the commission? I think you call it commissioners or the facilitators. What was your
Commissioners.
impressions of the facilitators?
I had a very positive impression of the facilitators. In fact, years later, I wanted to become a commissioner. I wanted to volunteer as a facilitator because, as I have mentioned earlier, they were all there to help us out. They were all there to address the concerns that we had. And then they were very friendly, and then they showed enthusiasm the entire time. For example, I forgot the commissioner who was assigned to us. I think one of the commissioner was Michael Laksamana, who happened to be the president of Kabataang Pangarap ni Rizal back then. I'm not sure where he is right now. And then there was another commissioner who was assigned to us for the publication, and he was also very caring. He's he always compensates all our sleepless hours with food. So while working, he would always ask us, "What do you want? What do you need? We can send out someone uh, to buy some food." So it didn't feel like we were all under stress trying to finish all the tasks that we had to finish for the Congress, but we felt like it was a very friendly activity, and that was all made possible with the kind of leadership and ways of the commissioners in facilitating different commissions.
Now, with regards to the facilitators, do you think that I know that it's intimidating to be a facilitator of such a uh, talented commission. Uh, did you feel that the facilitators were uh, ready to to the challenge? Were they did they use any kind of technique in your mind that was successful that made your commission or your group in the leader work better?
I think they were very ready for the conference, Sir Alwin. And then, yes, it must have been a challenge to facilitate such kind of group full of opinionated individuals, full of individuals who are coming from different backgrounds, full of students who have different aspirations. I imagine you have to put them together and work together. But what I have observed from all of the facilitators or the commissioners, they were all very open. So every time they make decisions for the group, for the commission, they always ask everyone what would be the best thing to do. So they always consult everyone in the group. So that made them a very good facilitator because they were not just imposing what was ideal for them, what was ideal for the group, but they consulted everyone uh, on what would be the best to do for the group and for the entire community back then.
Now, for those who are contemplating on joining the NRYLI, of course, I'm sure you know that the 2020 was on online NRYLI.
Mhm.
Hopefully, for the 2021, it wouldn't be. It would be in person uh, camp institute. Uh, if there's a new potential person who wants to join the NRYLI and is in the NRYLI already, how what would you give them as a tip to make the most out of the NRYLI experience?
Okay. Yes, to make the most out of the NRYLI experience, well, apart from the skills and the new knowledge that you will be getting out of National Rizal Youth Leadership Institute, there are a lot of things that you can actually drive from. So always interact. Do not be confined to the people that you are with. That you're representing with, or the people from your school, but interact with other people. They will not only broaden your horizon, but they would also be able to help you establish some contacts. I joined in Riley in 2003, and I am still in touch with some of these people. Some of these people even started. I even had a chance of um, starting of working with for certain projects. So that's how good it is. Try to establish your network as much as possible. It is not going to help you short term only, but it's going to have some long term effects, not to you as a person, but to your future profession and whatever it is that you are going to do. Another thing is make out if in case it's going to be a physical conference, make the best out of everything. Baguio is actually a very nice place. There are so many activities that you can do within Baguio, and then do it with the other people that are joining the conference. So explore more, and then lastly is make the best out of all the sessions that you are going to attend. Do not just be an observer, but be a participant. You are called a participant for a very good reason, because you are there, you should be there to participate and not just observe. So whenever there are discussions, always participate in the discussions, and then do not be intimidated by your language ability, because that was actually a challenge for me at that time. I came from Bohol. Most of us in Bohol actually speak in Cebuano, and then Do not be intimidated as a student. Maybe we'll have some challenge expressing ourselves using the Filipino language or using the English language. And those are the official languages that we have to use when we are in the NRYLI, because we're coming from different cultures or different regions who speak different languages. Do not be intimidated. Most of the participants there have a very open mind, as I have experienced. So they're not going to judge you according to your accent, according to how you speak in English, according to how you speak in Filipino. But they're going to listen to you according to the juice of the ideas that you are sharing to them. So do not be afraid, do not be intimidated. And lastly, be very friendly. Uh, this is, as I have mentioned earlier, it's a very good opportunity for you to establish network with co-youth leaders. So be very friendly. Talk to them about their projects in school. Talk to them about their advocacy, because that might be something that you can work together. That is the essence of joining a national leadership conference. It's supposed to broaden our network, to broaden our understanding of the real world, and for us to be able to collaborate in a bigger perspective.